This world is getting crazier and crazier. The solar eclipse drove a woman to kill her boyfriend and her two daughters. Let's talk about it, y'all.
Chilling new details about the mother believed to be at the center of a horrific murder-suicide. Investigators now looking at her social media, saying the self-proclaimed astrologer made several posts about the total solar eclipse before the tragedy.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations, God Body Sean. Elevation Nation Conversations, God Body Sean. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Check in with me. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I saw a story about a woman. It's a pure evil, just pure evil. It makes no sense, man. It makes me cringe to even see stories like this. This woman, she called herself an astrology influencer, so I guess she believed in, all the zodiacs and the planets and moons and all that crazy type jazz. But she killed her live-in boyfriend, stabbed him and killed him because she said something was going to happen when the eclipse came about. It was going to be like a end of the world type thing. And then this crazy chick took her 9-year-old daughter and her 8-month-old daughter and put them in the car, and she drove. And well, you know what, I'll let y'all hear it in the story, then I'll come back and let y'all hear my take on it. All right.
A Los Angeles influencer who allegedly killed her boyfriend and daughter is at the center of a murder investigation. And police say the recent solar eclipse may have played a role in the tragedy. Danielle Johnson, who offered online self-help and healing sessions under the name Danielle Aoka, allegedly killed her partner in their Los Angeles home before pushing her 2 children out of a moving vehicle hours before the April 8th astrological event.
Now, I wanted to stop it right there because that first part caught my ear. It says she was an online life coach or a life help where she was giving out advice and things like that to help other people. And she ends up doing something like this. That just goes to show you, and that lets you know you don't know who you're talking to or who you're listening to, whether it be online or in person, in a therapy office, doctor's office, any of that. Police officers, all that. You have some people in positions of authority or powerful, and they are just as crazy or as sick as the sickest individuals that are locked up in prison somewhere. No way this woman should be giving anybody any type of help or any of that online, in person, or any of that when you go and do something like this. That's crazy to me.
The LAPD says in a press release. Law enforcement sources tell the Los Angeles Times that investigators believe the eclipse may have been a factor in their tragic deaths. In the early morning hours of April 8th, Danielle and her boyfriend, Jalen Allen Cheney, became involved in a physical altercation at their home in Woodland Hills, California, that ended with the mom of 2 fatally stabbing Jalen, according to LAPD. Police tell the Times that evidence suggests the 34-year-old tried to drag her boyfriend's body out of the complex, leaving a trail of bloody footprints behind her. However, Danielle, who described herself as a Reiki master teacher as well as an R&B artist, then brought the body back into the family's kitchen, where it was later found by a neighbor. Taking her 2 daughters, one 9 years old and the other 8 months old, Danielle then allegedly fled the scene in her Porsche, eventually throwing her older daughter, who was holding her baby sister in her arms, out of the car, while driving more than 100 miles per hour, police say. While the infant sadly died, the 9-year-old survived the fall and was transported to the hospital for minor injuries. Less than an hour later, local Redondo Beach police responded to reports that Danielle's speeding car had crashed into a tree, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Both Danielle and her boyfriend's causes of death are listed as deferred, according to LA County coroner records viewed by E! News. Days prior to the tragic events unfolding, the astrology influencer spoke out about the impending eclipse on social media, something that investigators tell the Times may be connected to the alleged killings. Writing in a series of posts to her 100,000 followers on X last week, "This eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. Wake up, the apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. Your time to choose what you believe is now." The investigation is still ongoing. E! News has reached out to the Woodland Hills and Redondo Beach police, but has not yet received any comments on the case.
This is some straight up sick shit. So I'm wondering and I'm thinking, at any time did her boyfriend know how off or mentally unstable she was? I know she had to be walking around that house with all type of crystals and incense burning and talking about planets and moons and stars. I'm sure he had to know or know how sick and how crazy she was. There's no way you can live with somebody. I don't know if the kids were his, as well, but there's no way you can live with someone and not know and see how crazy they are when they run around doing shit like this. Men and women, man, we got to pay attention to who we dating. You have to pay attention to who you dating. You see the red flags. You can't let a pretty face and a small waist man, you can't let that hypnotize you and not pay attention to the warning signs and the red flags, because many men have ended up just like this man, dead or in prison, because they ignored all the red flags and the warning signs and they were thinking with their other head or just thinking with their heart or whatever. But this is a sad case. Sad case. Kill her, push her own daughters out of the car and kill her daughters. Could you imagine how? Well, I can't imagine how horrific that would be. Like, this world is over, man. We got some sick, some crazy folks out here walking amongst us, and they do not need to be free or to be out here. It's a battle out here, man. It's a spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare out here, and it's serious. It's definitely serious. So she has a social media presence, and I think they said one of her social media accounts, she had like a couple 100,000 followers, and she giving sessions and spiritual advice and things like that. There's no way. But it reminds me of another story I had a while back. This is years ago. I was dating a psychiatrist. She had her PhD. Very smart woman, very beautiful woman. She had her own practice. And she was crazy as shit. She was very violent, had a very quick temper. She was very selfish, and just some of the incidents and arguments that we got into over some of the most minor things led to me literally running away from this woman. And she came to the house and wanted to sit me down, and she wanted to convince me and show me that what I was thinking and how I was feeling was wrong, and I needed to feel and think how she thought and felt. Now, this is a psychiatrist. This is a therapist. She has clients, all that. I think she was trying to get her own practice, and that just blew my mind. That blew my mind to think that this woman with degrees and PhDs, and she has patients. She's counseling patients. She might have even been able to write prescriptions. I don't even know. But if she was, that is a scary thought. That's a scary thought. To know that she was this wild and this unhinged, but yet she was a therapist. She was a professional, and she was able to give advice to others and quote unquote help them get through their problems and their issues. Meanwhile, she's having a hard and a difficult time dealing with her problems and her issues. So yeah, that's crazy to me. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. You know, let me know what you think about this. When you're dating or whatever, getting to know someone, when you see the red flags, you know, do you address them, or do you just exit stage left? Do you try to stick in there and help them get over their issues or their problems, or do you save face and tell them, hey, you gotta work it out on your own, and I'm out. I ain't got no time for the nonsense. I don't want to get caught up in no craziness, and I gotta move on. But hit that like, share, subscribe button. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. We at the 1,000 subscriber mark. We steady growing and building. It's gonna get better and better. So I appreciate y'all and I salute y'all. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. When you see red flags, do you move on or do you try to help them work them out? All right, check y'all on the next one. Peace.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God, Body, Sean.